Oh, we're recording.
Yes.
The
Get
lady
it done.
says.
Dan Hardy. Had a
Yeah,
facelift.
slick
10
back.
years younger.
You facelifted yourself
Get this
with your
mop
hair.
out
I
of
can't
my...
really see what's going on there with the hair. You just slicked her back. Full slide back.
Yeah, if I had a shave,
I
I'd
can't
look
remember.
about
You've got
12.
matching shirts on today.
Beep.
No, you've got
You got the
you've got a
original.
non-proto. I've got a proto. I can't remember how I managed to get this to actually show me last time. It wasn't like
I think
that.
you sat back.
Just relaxed. I sat on something, didn't I? That's what it was. I've just put the computer on 2 books, but I sat on 2 books like a booster chair.
Booster seat.
That's what done
Those little scratchy booster seats that you had in the Astra.
Yeah, like a plastic booster chair.
Ah, there you go.
Pow!
There's one big ass logo in it. There's one chunky logo.
I liked it. That was my original Gigantor logo. Taking it back almost. Zweier. That's all the German I've learned so far.
Yeah.
Almost 2 years.
2
Must be
years,
coming up. That sounds bad, doesn't it? 2 years.
Well, it'll be 3, wouldn't it?
Nah, 2. Come on. 3. Nah. 2. 2, because we did 1 last year, didn't we?
Yeah, you're right, actually. It will be soon, actually, yeah. Something. I've got topics on the board this week, and
my God,
I can't remember exactly what I wanted to say, but I'm sure I'll figure something out as I go along. But first, look at the size of this mug.
It's a big mug. Costa. It's a bucket of coffee. That's the UK size coffee now.
Yeah.
Boy.
Other
Not quite
coffee
American
shops
size.
are available. There's decaf as well, so I won't go crazy.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Dashing out for a wee.
I have to pause it. Pause for a pee. Yeah. So yeah, I've got some stuff because I was off work last week. It was Claire's birthday.
Yeah, I forgot that, didn't I?
Yep.
Sorry, Claire.
Fine. That's your big one. Your big one's coming up, so she can forget that.
I remembered, and then I forgot.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no.
Roll it over until Christmas. That's how we roll.
Yeah. I'll do a big one.
Yeah. So we stayed away from the kids. So me and her stayed out. We stayed away from the kids as far as possible. It was the first night out and staying out overnight that we've had since New York, and that was 9 years ago in February.
Oh my God.
I know.
How was that then? That must have been a little bit odd.
I mean, we didn't have anything to talk about.
No, it was like, I had the kids.
The place was really cool. We went to this place called the Pigs in Edgefield.
Piggo.
Shout out to the Pigs.
Shout out.
Before I get into this, actually, I learned a little trick. So I've started to ask people right at the very end of the video to subscribe, like, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of stuff, YouTube, get involved. People don't watch it to the end.
Yeah, of course not.
So they'll watch the first 2 minutes. So I'm going to get this in. Yeah, they were cranking on about airbag suits for half an hour.
He's talking about
So yeah, so if you're listening to this, hi everybody, hi, welcome, thanks for tuning in. If you are listening or watching this, please do give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube or on Facebook or on Instagram, Garage Built Athlete. Thank you very much. It doesn't cost you anything. You schmuck, just fucking do it. You're on the internet anyway. Just press the button. You wait.
Just open with that.
Yeah,
open with the hard request.
I need to open with that. But that's all learning. So yeah, so we went to this place called the Pigs in Edgefield, which is just near Norwich, in Norfolk, UK. As I know we have some international listeners, and it was really nice. It's just like a quirky hotel spa thing, but in your room. So you have like your room with the bed and the TV and the sofa, and which backs onto your own private sauna and steam room and like giant bath and walk-in shower, and then onto a courtyard with a fire pit and all that kind of stuff. So
but are there any pigs? That's what everyone wants to know.
There is a lot of pig themed decorations,
pig related paraphernalia. Did you play past the pigs?
No, I did get in the sauna a lot.
Like a pig,
like a big fat pig.
Deep Fred's peak.
I know. I haven't been in a sauna for a while, and I remember like I really like the sensation of like breaking a sweat.
Okay.
So I've always enjoyed that. Like I remember when I started going to a gym called Fitness 2000 near me, and I just did like going on the treadmill and stuff. And I used to judge my fitness level by at what minute into a run did the first bead of sweat like come off my nose.
You are a strange character, aren't you?
It's just like that. And then I used to see if I could go for longer before it broke the first sweat. But yeah, that was good. So
what
sit in the
about
sauna.
the temperature? Does that mean you weren't as fit on hot days?
Yeah, possibly. Less fit on a hot day. I think, well, it was air conditioned in there. It's one of those places. It's not like garage where it's just like freeze your bollocks off in the winter and then just melt in the summer. And yeah, so we did like 15 minutes in the sauna and then cool off, and then 15 minutes, cool off, 15 minutes, and then go into the steam room. And I realized how much I hate steam rooms. They're just awful.
Yeah, I hate both.
I like the sauna. I like the sauna. I like just sitting there and just having it all just like pouring off you. Not so much.
No, really. I think I like got okay with the idea. Because when I used it a bit to cut when we were fighting many moons ago, I had a bit of a go in the sauna every now and again to try and drop the old weight down coming into the weight cut. That was okay because there was a point to it. But I like the idea of the benefits. I just don't really like sitting in there very much. Yeah, but even less the steam room because you can't really breathe, can you? That's not very
good. Steam room sucked. But this is quite good because they had Bluetooth, so you could hook your phone up to speakers, and they had a speaker in the sauna and a speaker.
That's cheating, isn't it?
Well, otherwise you just sat there in your own filth for like 15
That's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's all about that. Just hang out in your filth,
listening to some music.
But with that, you're sat there in your filth, but you can listen to the music.
Yeah, the little egg timer on the wall. Watching that, had a little heater in the corner with the stones on top and just chucking the water on there, flicking sweat on it, just getting the temp up. I don't think we went high enough, to be honest. Like I've seen posts by Joe Rogan and he sits in there for however long, doesn't he? His heat shock, his heat shock therapy that he likes to do.
It was super hot,
and they stay in there for like a crazy amount of time. But yeah, that was good.
Crazy.
And then steam room I didn't enjoy because I just feel like I couldn't breathe. So every time I took a breath, it filled my lungs up with steam.
Mouthful of steam.
Yeah. And you can't see.
Not a fan. Also true. And it's really hot.
It's really hot. Well, I felt fresh. I've never been cleaner.
Never been fresher.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like a newborn babe coming out of there.
Purified. Is that even a word?
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. I haven't been in a steam room for a while. I've been every now and again. I won't rush back. They're supposed to be good for you, aren't they?
Yeah. When I went to, there's a place in Norwich called Greens, which is brand new at the time. I can't remember how old I was. Like we went there one time, didn't we? Me, you, and little Dave.
Oh, I guess 19 or something like that. Maybe?
Yeah, something like that. And they had a sauna, a steam room, an ice room, and a jacuzzi, and that was good.
I remember going there with little Dave.
Yeah, I like the ice room. That's like just see how long you can stand it before you get out, and then jump in a jacuzzi. That was pretty sweet.
I really like any of those. I'm not very good with that.
No. Have you ever done one of the plunge pool things where it's just like freeze your balls off water and just
the one where you dump it onto your head as well? Don't really.
Yeah.
Because you just like waiting, aren't you? And then.
Yeah, I'm not good with that. There's a lot to be said apparently for like cold showers.
There's a lot to be said for both, I think, for the sauna and for the cold shower. But I don't really like it.
How people figure this stuff out, I don't know. You just be rocking along one day, normal temperature.
No, I'll just wind this right up. I'm just burning myself today. I'm trying to max.
Last time, kept on talking over each other. Just cut it out, all right? You get annoyed. So, how do people figure that out? Why would you all of a sudden go, I wonder what happens if I take a really cold shower in the morning? You go. No, I noticed it last time, right? Last time we did a podcast, and I think there was like a little bit of lag on it. So when I thought you'd stop talking, I think there was a tiny delay, and I would start talking, and you'd still be talking. I was like, I need to stop doing that. So I was trying to just be really aware. I thought, just say it, just be direct.
Just leave a little gap. I didn't leave quite a long enough gap there, do I?
I put my hand up.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I don't know how people work out that sort of thing. It's the same things like how do people work out that like coffee would be a good idea, or if you get a bunch of tea leaves and put it in hot water. Like, who are all these lunatics doing this stuff?
Someone had to do it first, didn't they? Someone had to pull those beans off that tree, dry them out in the sun, roast them in a fire, and then grind them up, and then put them in hot water, and then actually drink it. Someone had to figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably even more complex than that, isn't it? Because if you go to one of those coffee things, they're just like raking them on the floor, put them outside, put them on the roof, dry it all out, put it in like a massive factory, build the factory. Yeah, who decided all that?
People are clever, very, very clever. And
Got a lot of time on their hands, haven't they?
I can't remember. I was going to say I was reading a book. I was actually reading a book. It was when I was doing 75 Hard, and it might have been 12 Rules by Jordan Peterson. And they were talking about how like civilization evolved as soon as people figured out how to write stuff down, because then as soon as you could record it, you didn't have to remember it. So everybody else was just running around trying to remember stuff and teach people a certain amount of stuff. And then they figured out, actually, if we write this stuff down, we don't have to remember it. People can just go ahead and read it. I mean, everything just accelerated from there. It's a bit like that, isn't it? When people figure out this stuff, they then write down the recipe, so the next person doesn't have to figure it out from scratch.
It makes a lot of sense. You wouldn't believe how many people I have to tell to write things down, so we don't have to tell people again and again and again.
Yeah, I like that at work. So you're going to get a pen, or you're going to write this down, or what?
Just going to remember.
Great. But that's why I think YouTube's so popular, because you don't need to remember how to do anything. Like even if you knew how to do something last time, you still don't have to remember it, because you can just go on YouTube and look it up again. That's what I do when the boiler stops working. F1 fault, search. I didn't even write that down.
Everything. F1 search. What's F1 search?
F1. It's like an F1 fault on the boiler. Happens occasionally. Okay. We lose pressure. It's not very interesting. I have to YouTube how to get it back into service. Time. So yeah, so that's one of my stories.
One of the stories was the pig, or one of the stories was writing down with Jordan Peterson, or was that an off
the pigs? It just evolved.
Okay, it just launched into the writing down. I like writing things down. Yeah, it's good. It's the answer.
And on the way there, we went to a lovely little seaside town called Cromer. You know it well.
Cromer crab?
I didn't have a Cromer crab, but we went to a restaurant, because you can do that now in Britain, and we waited.
Other countries are available.
Other restaurants are available. Other seaside resorts.
Other seaside towns are available.
Please visit your local seaside resort. Give them your money. And yeah, we waited. So it's this place called Number One in Cromer, which is meant to be really, really good. And I'd not been before. And there was a bit of a queue, and I needed the loo. So we said, right, I won't go and queue up yet. We'll have a walk around, see what other foodie places there are, find a toilet, go back. And we went back, and the queue was even bigger. So we thought, well, that's got to be good. If the queue is getting bigger, it must be good. And we queued outside, and it was very windy for about 45 minutes to get in. I was getting hungry past the point of being hungry. Like, I've lost it now. I'm not even hungry anymore. My stomach started to eat itself. But we were committed.
We were just mad instead.
And yeah, and what made everything that much worse was that two people behind us was a guy who was with his daughter, and the mum was waiting at the front door. So they were letting people in. When people went out the back end, like a one-way system, they let the next person in after they cleaned all the tables and disinfected it and everything. So this guy's two places behind us, and the mum is waiting at the front door. So everybody's like queuing up next to this mum with the kid in the pram, and the daughter's going backwards and forwards. And if that mum's watching this, then you're an idiot. So, okay, what do you think? So she's cute and she's getting in people's way, like with
I
this
really
pram.
don't understand what this woman is doing. Why is she even playing it?
Yeah, so she's getting into people's way with this pram, like edging closer and closer to the door. And, you know, I'm fairly, what's the word? Passive when it comes to this. Like, I'd rather not have a confrontational scene in a restaurant about who's first in queue. I was like, I don't care. Just go. I'm going to argue about it. But Claire is not. So she was getting very irate that this woman was edging more and more, like practically just standing in front of the door, even though we know they're 2 places behind. And it got to the point where the kid is just like sitting on the floor in front of us. And eventually, as the guy came to open the door, like I was looking at Claire was looking at this woman, who's looking at me, giving me the side
kid's
eye.
looking at you.
The dog came along, he gave me a glance, and Claire just ended up just like charging through everybody. I just went, "Yeah, that's us," because she just didn't want any of this woman getting in her way. It was a really weird thing to do, like just waiting at the front door.
But why not just say wait in the queue?
Yeah, I don't know. I think she was hoping that somebody would go, "Oh, you've got kids, you go first." And we're like, "No, bitch, we've left our kids with our in-laws because this is our time now. Your kids can get to fuck." It's like, I don't want anything to do with any kids at the minute. I want my fish and chips and I want to get the hell out of it. But very good fish and chips.
This is in number one.
Number one in Chroma. Number one in Chroma. Very good fish and chips. Yes. And I ate fish and chips 3 times that week.
Oh my God, in one day?
No, that week.
Oh, that week.
That week, I went a bit crazy on the food. Not too bad, but
crazy on the fish and chips.
It's not a new place, but I wanted to compare. I was like, oh, well, that was really good. So then I went to another place and I had fish and chips there. And then
rings a bell from the old school.
It's been there a while.
Chroma days.
Yeah, it's been there a while.
I mean, we're talking
big building on the corner as you walk down into town from the cliffs at the top.
Is it bright blue or something?
It is blue, yeah.
How do I even know that?
Chroma famous.
I haven't been to Chroma for 20 years.
Yeah.
Or more. It's interesting.
Surprisingly, the same amount of time I started telling that story.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we know to go for fish and chips now. So that's
yes. I'm gonna hashtag that fish and chips.
Hashtag best fish and chips in Chrome.
We'll get everybody on there. DM me your fish and chip pictures.
What everybody wants to know though is how much did you lose in the 10p pushers? Or
I didn't actually go on any of that because
basic 2p pusher.
Yeah, we've not got back into the 2p pushers just because of money's dirty anyway, isn't it? I mean, it's fucking filthy coins, disgusting. So we don't want to be handling that with Corona about either. So we haven't done 2p pushers in a long time.
Probably suffering a bit, the old 2p pusher mafia.
Would have thought so.
Put some notes in there.
Yeah, but we did give our business to. There's a little place called North Sea Coffee down at the front, which did really good coffee. And I bought some of their beans as well. There's a guy called, I want to say his name is Stuart, who I recognise from high school. It's his business, so I like to go down there whenever I'm there. They do really good.
A friend of yours from high school?
Not a friend. I recognise him from like a couple of years below or something. I don't know him, but when I saw him, I was like, I know that guy. And it must have been from high school or college or something like that, because I haven't been around that area since then.
That neck of the woods.
Yeah, so I like that a lot.
Doesn't ring a bell. That's cool. Do they make their own coffee then? Or no?
Well, I bought a bag of their beans. I don't think they roast it. I think they have it a blend bought roasted in, and then they use. So I said, "Is that the coffee that you use?" And they said, "Yes." It's like, right, I'll have a bag then. I'll take that. I'd like to support.
Of course,
it's cool. And so obviously I like coffee, as you know, and we went to Norwich on the day after. Haven't been to Norwich in a while. Did shopping and all that kind of stuff. Went to a couple of little places there. Got some good coffee from strangers. And I always get disappointed when I go into like a place like a restaurant or a hotel or something, and I'm hoping, I'm like, fingers crossed, they've got like a proper barista machine and somebody who knows what they're doing. I'm like, please, God, please let there be good coffee here. And when they have one of those like push button, just like drops at the bottom, I get so disappointed. It just makes me angry and sad. It's like, just spend a bit of money on a proper machine and train someone how to do it.
At least they're not there cracking the old top of a Nescafe, the old gold.
Yeah. law.
Whacking in that with the spoon.
So to emphasize my point, if I need to, we went to the. I'm just spouting local businesses now and restaurants that have been. That's all I've done all week. Went to the Cliff Hotel in Galston. Really nice place to sit. Went for lunch with Claire's family, and I ordered a latte. Yeah, so I ordered a latte. Came out. It's basically instant coffee with a tiny bit of cream on the top. And I was like, okay, this is not a latte, but fine. So then I ordered a flat white next. I'll order a flat white next. Flat white, please. Comes out exactly the same. Like there's no difference in taste, texture, looks. Claire's mum said to me, "What's that you've got there?" And I said, "That's a flat white." And she went, "What was the first one?" So that was a latte. And she's like, "They look the same." I said, "They are the same." I could order a white coffee. I could probably order a black coffee and it would come out the same.
Americano, yeah. You got the same deal coming out.
Yeah.
She knows her coffee then.
Well, I mean, she knows the difference between a latte, and she knows that two coffees that have got a different name shouldn't look exactly the fucking same. That's what she knows. But apparently, the Cliff Hotel don't know that.
No, not at all.
But yeah, so I think I've just spoiled myself because I've got the machine at home, and I had.
You've probably got a better machine than the restaurants have. Huh?
Maybe it's just those with the ones on the screen. It's irritating. I had Uncle Simon and Auntie Nikki came over, dropped off. There's a painting that you wanted. I'll send you. I'll WhatsApp a picture of it. Claire took a picture of it. So there was a painting from Granddad's, and that's yours. You wanted that. So they just drove up and brought that and some other bits and pieces.
That's cool.
And nice when they arrived, I said, "Oh, would you like a tea or a coffee or a soft drink or something?" And Uncle Simon said, "Oh, he wanted a tea." And Nikki said, "Oh, I'll have a coffee." And I was like, "Ah, right. Well, step over into my area. Right, let me show you what I could do. I could do a latte, flat white, cappuccino, Americano, espresso." and then Uncle Simon went, "Oh, well, in that case, have an Americano." I was like, "Yeah, you will." So once they see. It's safe with a tea, isn't it? I'll just have a cup of tea. Cheers.
Well, I don't know. Is it safe with a tea? Some people make bad tea, like really bad tea. Like when you get a good tea.
Yeah, it's hard to fuck up a tea, but people are fussy about tea.
Yeah.
I don't like making people tea
fussy.
Because they
have to make people tea because I know I can make a good tea.
Yeah. I'm not.
Like everyone likes a stock tea, don't they? Do you know what I mean? Like if you just make a good tea, I think you're all right.
Yeah.
Like if someone really likes like a weak tea or something like that, they don't really deserve the tea. Do they?
See, this is the problem that I have is that Claire says she likes it strong but milky, and I'm like, how do I do that?
That's just a stock tea again, though, isn't it? I guess.
How do I do that?
Biscuit
strong
colour,
but milky.
Strong.
What type of biscuit?
Brown biscuit, isn't it?
Talking bourbon. We got rich tea.
You know what towards salt biscuit.
Digestive, hobnob.
Yeah, more like a digestive, probably.
Yeah, baby, talk to me about biscuits. Let's go. Come on. Talk biscuit to me.
I've got any more biscuit talk for you?
I'm nearly all talked out now.
Good.
I've got one more topic. I'll let you tell me something.
I get to speak to one now.
Yeah, boy. I did the reversey. What time are we at? 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
28 minutes. Talking shit.
28 minutes. Oh my god. I fell off the training wagon completely. Absolutely, like just toppled off the back of it. That's pretty good. Like in one of those Wild West films where you like fall off and then you get your foot caught in the stirrup.
Get dragged along.
And it just drags you along the floor and you're just like bouncing down the road. Yeah, that was me last week. For some reason, I'll tell you what happened to the jiu-jitsu coach. Sent me an email on Sunday and said, "Oh, how did you find the trial training?" Because that was like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Yeah, really good, enjoyed it." And he said, "Oh, you should book another couple of sessions," because that was what I was supposed to do that following week, was book some more sessions and then go and try with the other coaches and the other students and stuff. So I said, "Yeah, I'll do that." So I trained on Monday, and then the sessions go like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then there's something on Friday which I couldn't go to because it's in the afternoon. And then Saturday I was riding. So I went trained on Monday, then I went jiu-jitsu on Tuesday. It was at 7. So it was like 7 till 8. And then Wednesday as well. And then basically after 2 days of that in a row, I was ruined. So I then didn't manage any more training. On Thursday, I didn't train because we had like a team day at work.
Yeah.
I had to be in early so I could train in the morning. And then Friday, I can't remember why I didn't train, but that was some other excuse. And then Saturday, I went and rode motocross, and that ruined me for Sunday. And now it's today.
It's not like you haven't done anything.
Like no, but like I was in quite a good rhythm with that, and then now I'm out of the rhythm. So I'm basically doing what would you call it, 80% reset, because I'm basically just doing what I should have done last week. So now I have to do that. Cramming. Jiu-jitsu was cool though. Jiu-jitsu, because I haven't really done it before, like just normal jiu-jitsu, just going to classes and learning like that, because we were always doing MMA or like mixing it with wrestling and the kickboxing and all that stuff. And went to these 2 jiu-jitsu classes in a row, and actually like learned one thing the first day and then applied it the second day, which is pretty cool. First time I've ever done that, I think, in
that's crazy.
It's pretty cool. I was like, oh, this is how it works. So
this is how you learn.
Today, and then tomorrow I get to try it and then do it again. Very cool. Because there's a guy. The first day was like a gi day, so it was like actual Brazilian jiu-jitsu. And then the second day, the Wednesday, was no gi, but we were doing half guard both days. And the guy that I was sort of paired up with on the no-gi day was like, oh, I didn't come this week. So I was like, okay, I'll show you what it is. That's pretty cool. And all in German. So there's like a little German class trying to work out what's going on. But it's not as bad. I don't know what would be worse. Basically, any subject where you don't actually see something visually happen and then try and take that in and apply it.
Yeah.
Because I don't need to really understand the words too much, because I can see.
You can see what's going on.
So that's pretty cool. So I was like, okay, I can see it, and then I can associate what he's saying to what he's doing, and I learned a few words and stuff. That's pretty cool. So yeah, jiu-jitsu 2 days on the bounce. That ruined me. My neck is just about recovered. Now, like the second day, my neck was ruined.
Is that from just getting twisted up, or
just weird? I think it's just like I've tweaked something in there that comes and goes.
Yeah. Because
I had a tweak in it a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, because you said you went to the physio and you just got him to smash.
Yeah, I got him to do my neck. So he like sorted it out, and then I was doing like neck yoga stuff, and that worked. So I need to remember to do that actually in the morning, and that sorted it out. And then I think basically like if I sit at the computer for too long, if I'm doing too long at a desk, then it just gets really tight basically on one side of my neck. And when I'm riding, it's okay. When I'm doing something, it's okay. But then when I stop, like now, I can feel it going tight already. It's weird. So not ideal. So 2 days jiu-jitsu, so that was cool. And then basically nothing Thursday, Friday. And then riding on Saturday, because I've got the race coming up this week. So I was training, did like a race simulation on Saturday.
Yeah, that's cool. I saw the post. I read the bits and pieces that you did. It's cool.
So not fit enough or fast enough, but at least I should be able to actually survive the race and then see how that all works. And then the next one, we'll do a bit more training and conditioning and stuff, and see how that goes.
That's the thing at the minute. Like that's the reason that you train, isn't it? Is to do that kind of stuff. So if you're doing that stuff, then that's the whole point.
Yeah, for sure. It helps. Well, it helps me a lot. I think that it helps. If I crash, I don't tend to get hurt too much, which I crash quite a bit. And I think I would get hurt more if I wasn't training. So that's like one part of it. And I think just if you're fit in general, when you crash, or if you crash, you're either a bit more resistant or you recover a bit quicker. So that's pretty cool. So I did that. Bike's all prepped now, so that's pretty cool. Bike's all ready for for this week. What else happened? Not a lot, to be honest. Yeah, basically that. Trained this morning.
Because the last training post I saw you do was with your big circus dumbbells. Yeah,
so I hit the big circus dumbbells, and that's like 2 days on the trot in the week, like an upper body thing. Like the first day is quite a few things with circus dumbbells, and then this morning I did some rows and some pull-ups and some dumbbell curls and some pullovers. It's like proper old school. It's like a full-on old school volume split thing.
Yeah.
The second day, and then tomorrow I think it's deadlifts or something like that. So maybe that one gets a bit heavier. But I don't want to go too crazy going into Saturday.
Yeah,
I shoot because I've got 4. Yeah, so I've got 4 days to finish off the last week. So I'll finish that by Thursday, and then I'll have a day off on Friday. Then I'll race Saturday and Sunday, and then I'll start again next week. And I'll probably start adding in some push bike stuff, some road bike stuff, something like that.
Cool.
Yeah,
It's getting some nice weather for you now as well.
It's crazy.
The road bikes
so
and
hot.
stuff.
Yeah, today it was like 34 degrees outside.
Yeah, I think it was about 4 degrees here.
4 degrees.
No, about 14, 15, and it's just overcast. So it's like if you train, it's just gross. It's like
It's
not
just
even
super
like
muggy.
Yeah, it's just muggy and sick. It's just like training in a swamp.
Yeah, no, it wasn't too bad on Saturday. It was hot on Saturday, but there was a bit of breeze, and then the circuit is like in a bit of a forest, so it's like it's not in the shade as such, but you can't really get that much. So
Said the forest moon of Endor.
Yeah, it's a bit forest moon of Endor. There aren't any Ewoks.
No,
but it is quite foresty.
Did you
pretty
pretend
cool.
you
It's
were
nice
like
track,
a
though.
speeder?
It's like you could do. It's like a sort of natural forest track. It like runs up and down inside the forest.
That's cool.
Like some quite big elevation. It's completely different to the other one. The other one's like a quarry track, so it's kind of dug into a hole in the side of a quarry. But it's elevation wise compared to this one, it's quite flat. So there's some like bigger man-made jumps, and the corners are like big bowl corners, but this one's a bit more natural. It's got like some big uphills and some big downhills, and then the jumps are a bit more.
Yeah,
it's a bit more like enduro. It's a bit more similar to just like trail riding, but with big jumps. So it's pretty cool. It's good fun, and it's half the price of the other one, which is cool.
Nice.
The other one's
bargain.
Mental price.
Yeah.
So all good. I'm pretty excited. Bike's ready. Yeah, bike's done. I haven't really got anything else to do because I got it already. Basically, after I finished riding on.
That's cool.
On Saturday, then prepped it on Sunday. Yeah. So now I can train this week. And jobbed. Need to get a van to actually put it in. One thing at a time.
Yeah. Sweet.
It's taken 8 months to do that.
Well, hopefully we'll do a podcast next week, and it won't be streaming live from a hospital somewhere.
Live from a hospital bed. Yeah, I think it's got
recording in progress.
Boop. Yeah, that'll be interesting because it's like I've never been to that track before.
I've never been to that hospital before.
Yeah, I've never been to that hospital before. You have to do this 15-minute warm up, then you have 10-minute qualifying. So basically, you have to put in a fast lap, and then you race straight away.
Cool.
So
get it done.
Yeah, but I imagine most people will probably know which way the track goes before they arrive. So that's good. That's how I used to do it. I used to race the bikes in the UK. I'd like ride the bike to the track, take my number plate off, miss the practice day the day before, go straight into qualifying, try and qualify, and then just race the race. And then if I didn't crash, I'd ride home. But
cool.
Sometimes I crashed and then have to go home in the van.
Yeah.
Pretty special. Get some tires out of the bin. Gypsy style.
Sweet.
It's all good. This one's proper. I've got proper tires, proper bike. I don't think there's any bins. And same thing. I won't know which way the track goes, but I'll work.
You could always use Google Maps. Just get like a top-down view of it and have a little.
Well, like you say, on YouTube, you can watch.
Yeah, watch somebody.
You just watch helmet camera on YouTube, and just going to do that. I'll just watch that, or we can try and work out where it goes. The problem is normally on YouTube it looks small, doesn't it? You're like, oh, yeah, it looks pretty small, and then when you get there, it's like,
you need a bigger laptop screen.
Yeah, I could get like a
70-inch
screen, couldn't I?
And then get some motocross handles.
Yeah, and get someone to throw mud at and put a fan on. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Simulate it. Spray me.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd have a go at that. That's the kind of motocross I'd do.
They got some cool simulators now. Some like with a fully articulated bike to do like a MotoGP with, and the bike is like synced up to the video. And I think the bike is like somehow synced to the video, but then it's got some weights on it or something like that. So it actually feels like you're pulling it around, like the force you have to put into it to turn an actual bike. It's pretty cool.
Because that always used to annoy me when we went to the arcades and we played the motorbike games. You had to have your feet on the floor.
Isle of Man TT. You didn't have to have your feet on the floor, did you? But
it was a bit difficult to
get
get back up.
Direction. I think I used to try and do it without, but like swinging side to side.
Yeah.
It's really hard to actually steer it because I think it had the handlebars in it on the Isle of Man.
Yeah, they evolved to that. So so then you could put your feet
then
up
you
with
could
the original ones.
Steer it with your body off the bars, couldn't you?
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, the original ones like this, the hang on and stuff, I think that just fell over, didn't it? That just like went side to side. Yeah. That was so cool, that game. Man, how much money did I spend on that?
That's awesome.
Lots of money.
Daytona.
Lots of dough. Yeah, and the car one's pretty significant. The one I really liked was that one when we went to Chrome, was the rally one. I can't remember what
Sega Rally.
No, it wasn't Sega Rally. I used to like Sega Rally. There was one that was just like this top-down one, which is really cheap, and it just had really cool sound effects.
Yeah,
it sounded exactly like a rally car, but I can't remember what the game was. It's
probably still there, to be fair.
I imagine it is still there, because I remember that I used to love going to the arcades, especially when like the new games came out, like if Virtua Fighter or a new one of those came out, something like that, wasn't it? And you go and the new one would come out and you'd be like, oh man, it's like what happened? Because they were like £1 a go at one point, weren't they? Like, it's not cheap, is it?
They're about £2 now.
But they're £2 now, but the games aren't any better, are they? Because they're still the same games. Like I was expecting at some point that you would keep going and the games would keep getting better, but they just stopped at some point, didn't they? Because I guess you could get a PlayStation or whatever at home. But the arcade games stopped, like, when did they stop? Probably year 2000 or something. Stopped putting stuff in there, didn't they?
Yeah.
It's a lot going to the arcades.
Yeah. Good times.
Making me nostalgic and sad now that they don't have cool games in the arcade.
I'm not gonna try and edit some sad nostalgic music over the top of it. I might pop a little Sonic up there, maybe. I don't know.
Did they have Sonic in the arcade? No. The shooting ones evolved for a bit, didn't they? I think. But I didn't really like those.
Yeah, I used to like Time Crisis, where you had a pedal.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, because you can
took you in and out of colour. That was cool. Yeah, I used to like that.
Did they have
and Simpsons? There was a Simpsons and Turtles in the arcade. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That was good.
Yeah, that was okay. But Ridge Racer they had in the arcade, didn't they? I think they had Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer, and then we got on the PlayStation, didn't we?
Yeah, anything with a gearbox, basically, I liked, because there was also a really cool, like a Ferrari one or some stunt thing, which had a gearbox, and I just liked it because it had a gearbox. You could do wheel spins and stuff. That's pretty cool.
Just like real life.
Just all the racing games. Yes, please.
So the last bit of my news I've got is that this past week was the first time that I've done front squat in 8 months. That's a long time.
I look like you've actually got some legs now.
That's a long time. I've got a couple of legs. Yeah, I've got one on each side.
Actual chicken powers. There's some actual leg. Muscle growing,
poking out now. But I realized the reason, I was talking to somebody the other day about massage guns, and I was saying, I really like mine because it feels like I have less DOMs and I'll just feel recovered better, which I fully back saying that. It does help. And then I also realized that the one thing that gave me the worst DOMs was front squatting. And I knew about it. I knew about it the next day that I'd actually done some front squats. It was quite cool because we did like a complex. So it was, I want to say, a power clean into 2 hang squat cleans into 2 front squats. If that makes sense. So you power clean it up.
I lost you straight away. You said power clean. And I was just like, what?
Power clean it up
into,
and then into a hang squat clean, bang. Then you squat down, stand it up into another one, hang squat clean, bang, squat down, stand it up. And then just 2 front squats to finish. Boom, boom. So and I built up to 70 kilos for that complex. But I just felt nervous because the first time I'd been front squatting and squat cleaning in 8 months.
How was it on the knee?
It was all right.
8 months since you messed up your...
it was September, October last year. I've just been box squatting since then.
But they're looking good now though, aren't they, I think? Like when you do like deloads at 90, look. So I remember you doing box squats before, I think at 90, or just like squats at 90 and think, ooh. But they look really solid.
And then So I did that, and that was good. And then I did a workout with air bike, power clean, and front squats at 50 kilos, and he just did like 5 rounds of that. And that like, I again, because I haven't done that movement, really gassed me. That was good to get them in, good to get them done. And it like took a bit of the fear away, because I've just been like really nervous about it. Anything thrusters, wall balls, front squats, squat cleans, anything like that, I've just been like, no, I don't want to go anywhere near it, because I think my knee's going to fall off. But it held on, so that was really good. And and then deload on the box squat, just felt fine. I think I said last time that like, I know my knee's progressing because it starts to hurt later in the session. Like, it won't actually feel squeaky until I get like right up there. But I did notice, I also ran as well. First time running in like forever last week. Did a little run. That felt okay. I was a bit nervous again. Thought, I'll just take it slow. Actually, I was worried about my knee. What I should have really been worried about was my calf, because my calves always just fall off, don't they? And I could feel my calf getting tighter. And I was like, oh no.
Ready to blow.
Oh no. But that held on. That was fine. But I'm not going to push it now, because there's a temptation now. I've gone, right, I can do those now. That I'll just go and just blow like 8 months of rehab, because I think I can just go ahead and front squat anything that I need to and stuff. So
I told you
take it easy.
I told you about when I was starting to run here, and I was like running and building it up slowly, and I was like, it's going pretty good, and it was going pretty good, because I think, what did I do? It was before I broke my hip, I think. I must have hurt something else, and was coming back.
Your ankle you smashed before your hip.
Yeah, I think I was then like running. It wasn't the first time after that, because I did that Murph and everything, didn't I? So maybe it was.
You did some sprint stuff, didn't you, at that track?
One time. But
not one time. You did a load of conditioning with running in it.
Yeah, I was doing that conditioning and stuff, and then I started to do a bit of running. I did like a 5K and did it in 27 minutes. And then what I wanted to do was beat the time around the block. And for some reason, I was just like, well, I'll just sprint. So I went out of the door and I sprinted down the road, and I just blew my calf straight off immediately within about 20 seconds. Like, what?
Sweet.
What's the matter with your brain? I literally just ran down there, and I just felt it go like, it went bow, bow, boo. Good. Knew that was on the cards.
I did that exact thing. I can't remember how many years ago now. A few, when they do these things called park run. So for free, you get, you turn up and do 5Ks with a load of people in different parks and stuff. They've got one down the seafront. And I remember turning up to do one, maybe like the 3rd or 4th one, when I was trying to do 5Ks. And I did the exact same thing. Just within 2 minutes, calf blew out, ran the whole thing.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Ran the whole thing on it and limped home. Idiot.
In water, man.
Idiot.
It's feeling pretty strong now, though. Actually, my calf's not feeling too bad, considering that's like, 2 years in a row I've been off it for 2 months or 3 months. Actually, but I'm doing lots of like single leg calf stuff and calf raises again, so that's helping. And then tomorrow maybe I have some squats. I'm not sure if it's squat, deadlift,
squats. They're pronounced squats.
Squats with a V, no, squats with a double V. Double V. Yeah, I can't see it.
Whilst you're looking for it, I actually didn't mind the run. It was only 200 meters. Like, we had to do it a few times. There's 200 meters, then the partner goes 200 meters, then you do 200 meters, then you do some other stuff. But it was quite nice because I haven't run in a while, and I get a little bit excited when I can run like short distances. So I was taking it easy. And then I realized, I've got quite long limbs, so I can actually run not too bad. And I was just like drafting people, but like pulling in behind and telling them I was drafting them, telling them it's not a race, and then going past them. I don't know why I found that so funny. Well, I'm going to draft you now. Right on your heels now. Okay, don't let me pass. I was just fucking with people on the way around. Any minute, my knee could have blown out or my calf could have blown out. So I was just making the most of it.
Mate.
who knows how long this is going to last for? Let's just have a
People
laugh.
hate running as well, don't they? When they're in the class, it's like the thing that people hate the most.
Oh yeah. It's like as soon as you see run, you're just like, no. Literally, I'd rather go on the air bike, which I do have to do when I'm not running. So
yeah. I don't mind it, but like now I haven't run for so long. It's not like I tried to run a few weeks ago now. I ran around the block, because I wanted to do some of the Ross stuff to train for this race. So I need to just slide that back in there as well. Just do like the interval stuff, which is pretty cool because he's got that like, it's like a staged interval thing where he does, you do some longer ones with some really short sprints, and then like the length of the long ones comes down and the number of the short sprints goes up.
Oh, cool.
Which is pretty cool. So like the first week is like 4x800 and 4x50 or something like that. And then you do like 6x400 and 6x100 or something like that. And then some 200s and some more 50 and stuff. It's cool. It's really good. So we used it before. So I need to slide that in there because, man, that just destroys you. Absolutely ruined. And that ruined me. Yeah, when I played basketball, that ruined me because I was sprinting like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Man. Yes, so I need to run a bit more. You should be able to run, shouldn't you? Really?
Yeah. You catch a bus or whatever.
Maybe you have to run after somebody else. Maybe. That's the excuse.
Maybe if you chop them down with a good old tie kick first.
Chop a room.
Running anyway.
If I could get there, yeah, that's the thing.
My last bit of news is this isn't on the board, but I think you'll be excited by this. And I think the viewers and listeners will also be excited by this because last week, do you remember I asked for you your advice? Yeah, I took it.
My word.
Look at that smile.
Just involuntary smile.
Made his Monday. Yeah, I actually took it. And it took me until the very last minute last night to actually figure out what I was going to do with training this week because I'm coming off a deload and then I had to reset. I said I was going to reset, go back and start again. So I did the maxes based on my rep maxes, so just there or thereabouts in terms of what it would be. So I didn't overshoot, but I didn't undershoot, so it just reset the whole thing. And because I didn't want to do a week of trying to find my max, I just didn't want to get to that point, so I just went off what the estimated ones were. And so today I did deadlifts, and the top set was 151 kilos, which was nice. Because I've been building up, I was getting up to like 100, 178, the top set before. And I did
151 kilos.
10.
Nice.
That was a rep PB apparently.
Sweet.
Squeezed 10 out. And then the assistance was like 115, 3 times 8. And I was like, this is just too easy. This is too easy.
It's go faster. It's like this wave basically, isn't it? So as you recovered last week and then you start building up again without completely trashing yourself, and you just build on top of that, just build that volume on top of that.
I do have to squeeze everything into a shorter, normally I'll train over 6 days, but now I've got to train over 5 days because we're going away for the weekend.
Going away again?
Yeah.
Jeez. Where you go?
So, Hunstanton, little caravan jobby, little holiday, little weekend away. So I've got to squeeze everything in now to 5 days. So that's going to put the pressure on a little bit, and then I'll obviously not train for best part of 4 days, and then come back into a week of 3s. Hopefully I'll be able to get it all in, get it all done. Feeling pretty good.
Probably a gym in Hunstanton.
Yeah, maybe I might just take some dumbbells and just curl one out.
Yeah, curl. Sounds good.
That's what I did last time. Okay. I took the dumbbells with me and just did some bits and pieces.
And tomorrow's deadlift tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good morning's deadlift, extra wide bench press for some reason, and then a bunch of like single leg stuff.
I like extra wide because you don't really have to move anything. You just go. Boop, boop, just like boop.
Just my shoulder's a bit messed up. I'm just a bit messed up.
Yeah.
I need a body transplant. But the problem is I feel worse if I don't train. So I can't win.
Yeah.
It's like over time I feel worse and worse if I train. And if I stop training, I feel even worse.
Yeah.
Okay. Just keep sliding down the slippery slope.
This is a one-way ticket, baby.
One-way ticket to slippery slope land.
Well, you wanted to pull pulled the trigger on a cycle of juice, didn't you, before you hit 40?
I'll probably wait till I hit 40.
Yeah, then just smash it
Jam
into
it
your
in there.
60s.
Smash, full smash mode.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah,
restart
once you
mode.
hit 40, you were going to do it.
Yeah. Wow.
Or at least that's an option.
It's an option.
Sure they've got some in Austria.
I get back to just got to come back to where I was before. Like it's not exactly miles away, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's not beyond the wit of man to do that. Just like, come on. If you can't do that, then might as well just pack it up, man. Probably it's all the other stuff I'm doing at the same time. That's the other problem.
That's the thing. That's the trick.
I'm gonna strangle some kids.
Yeah, but I was chatting to another guy this morning about that, and we are talking about like, oh, are you feeling like your strength's going up and blah blah. And I was saying, well, yeah, when I was just doing powerlifting, I was a lot stronger, but because I want to do this other stuff, there's only so much. Like there's only so much energy. Like you've got so much of the pie, haven't you? And you can only give so much to one bit, so much to another bit.
You can take
like, I'm glad you said that. Yeah,
that is what it is. I don't think you were that much stronger when you were powerlifting compared to now. I think you've just trained for a lot more time now.
Yeah, yeah.
You're like way fitter for sure, and I reckon you're probably as strong. It's just a time thing, just a capacity and time thing. Isn't it? They keep building on top and building on top. I think the thing that didn't help you really was just going so close to your 1 rep max all the time.
Yeah, I feel a lot better. I feel a lot better in my actual bones.
Yeah.
Now. Than I did before. Like way better. But I'm very bad at comparing how I felt. But I can just remember having like burning pain in my hips and always having like aches.
Yeah, because you were always doing like every week was a full on, like 110% of something, wasn't it? Every week, basically. It was like, oh, I got 1 on this, or oh, I missed this, or I tried to get 1 and I missed it, and then I tried it 4 times,
and then I got it in the end.
Yes, crazy. But I think you then, I know we went through one loop of a session which was still pretty heavy on volume, but not quite as crazy for 1 rep maxes, and then you started to do this, and then it's all started to fall into place a little bit better.
Yeah. It's rolling now.
Managed to balance it out. Now, if you do some proper deload weeks and actually reset, then there'll be no stopping.
Yeah.
Because you're actually winning some stuff now in your box.
I'm winning a couple here and there.
It's pretty cool.
When they post the whiteboard on the group chat now, and I come up with like the fastest time or whatever it might be, I put a little GIF on there of Conor McGregor. Nobody responds. Don't care. Just fucking swinging it around. Yeah, like that.
The little taekwondo kid who does it. It's pretty awesome. Seen that video?
No.
This little tiny kid is like, I don't know, must be like 3 or 4, and he's doing the full Conor McGregor swing across this taekwondo.
Awesome. I'll have to look it up.
I have to dig that one out, stick it over the top of that.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Paste it in.
Sweet.
Cool.
I'm out.
All right, well, that's drawn into a nice natural conclusion. 58 minutes.
Ebbed and flowed to 58 minutes of pure gold.
That's all right, actually. Nice little mix.
Chill out.
Yeah.
Pretty relaxed.
Well, I've drunk both my drinks.
We'll
I've covered all my topics.
You drank both your drinks? I didn't even see you do that.
No.
That was some sort of drink by osmosis.
I mean, if you want to, this is going to be on YouTube. You can watch it back and
watch you drink your drink.
You can tick every time I take a sip. Drink every time I drink. If you want to have a drinking game, anyone, just drink every time I drink. And,
success.
Get smashed.
Next week we'll have some news because I will, have a little race done.
Race news.
Hopefully I've trained.
Yeah, I'll probably have to push it back again because I'll be away.
Jesus Christ.
Always keep them on their toes. Always leave them wanting more.
Probably work.
Of this.
That'll probably be a write-off.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, if you've made it this far, congratulations.
Well done. Haven't you got anything better to do?
You've unlocked the secret ending, the alternative ending.
Easter egg ending.
Yeah. I don't know what we're going to do.
It's just the same as the first one, isn't it? Please like and subscribe.
Yeah. Go on, I'll let you do it.
YouTube channel. What is it?
It's whatever you want. Let's talk about liking, subscribing, following.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow, because that would be marvelous, and we really appreciate it.
We do appreciate it.
These bad boys.
Yeah,
and this one as well. I put my green one on today.
Yeah, I like that.
Please like and subscribe if you like green.
Yeah,
this is one of the original.
If you wear clothes, please subscribe.
And if you like hats,
we're getting up to, we're nearly at 100 on YouTube. It is a tough old slog.
On the brink. We're having a bit of a slog at the moment, aren't we? Because we need to refocus. I need to refocus. It's not a group focus issue. Good. All right, mate. So yeah, hit that like and subscribe.
There you go. Hit it.
That's what they do.
Yeah, that's the ending. That's what I've been waiting for. Cool.
Kapow.
All right, mate.
Yeah.
I'll catch you later. Bye.